All right, definitely more punch. Today, I'm out here with the DeeRC 9207E, affectionately known as the Pink Pony.
Pink Pony Club, I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing down in West Hollywood. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. Pink Pony Club.
Last time out here, it went 26 miles an hour up from the stock 17 mile an hour top speed by swapping out the stock motor for a Traxxas Titan motor. I have a video showing how I went ahead and installed the Traxxas Titan 12-turn motor, link in the video description. I also went ahead and ran a more powerful, actually two more powerful 2S LiPos, and on the fastest battery it went 32 miles an hour, again up from the stock speed of 17. Now the problem was the stock 30 amp ESC that was in here would overheat very quickly on that more powerful battery. It just could not handle the current load of the Titan motor. So I went ahead and swapped that out for this $15 ESC. Also, I installed a new servo because the other one was a 5-wire unit, whereas this is a 3-wire unit, which is needed to run with most ESCs. So this is G-Dole's servo. It's a 17-gram servo, and it seems like it's going to work really well. It appears to be quicker and more powerful than the slightly larger servo that came in here stock. I'll post the installation video for that in the description of the video as well, where I show how I installed the fan, the ESC, and the servo, and all the information on the different products I used here. So today we're going to go ahead and get started. I have the stock Li-ion battery. We'll start off with that, see if we can beat 26 miles an hour. I asked my subscribers how fast you thought this car would go with the 60 amp ESC in here, and here's what you guys thought. So I hope I can get this to twice as fast as it went stock, so that would be 34 miles an hour, but 35 would be incredible. So let's go ahead and we'll get this thing started up and we'll see what kind of speeds we can get out of it. And then we'll do some longer runs and see if this ESC overheats today or not. It's about 80 degrees today, so it's fairly warm, and it'll be a good test to see how much better this 60 amp ESC performs than the stock 30 amp unit that was in here. Stay tuned. No, I'm not going to bother to run the body on these runs. It's just going to be quicker to run it without it. And let's go ahead and get the GPS synced up. Make sure we're reading here. All right, there we go. So 26 is the speed to beat. Still seems quite slow, but maybe there's an improvement over how it ran stock, or with the stock ESC rather. But this Li-ion battery is not going to cut it in this truck with the hotter motor. Stop, read, 25, so it actually went slower than last time. Go figure. All right, let's throw in a LiPo and see how it performs. Okay, now I have this budget LiPo from one of my Chinese RCs in here. Last time it hit 29 with this battery. Let's see if we get similar speeds or hopefully a little faster. All right, that's definitely a little faster. Did we reach at least 29 miles an hour? All right, no faster, still 29. So maybe that stock ESC was not limiting it. It was just overheating. So we'll go ahead and put in the faster battery that'll demand more amp load, and perhaps we'll see a difference here. I'm not sure. But so far it's been pretty much even to the speeds on the stock ESC. Now the high voltage Turnigy 6000's in here. Last time this brought the speed all the way up to 32. Hopefully we can at least match that, but we might not beat it. We'll see. At some point I'd expect this higher amp ESC to allow the car to go faster with less resistance, but we're not seeing it yet. All right, 32 is the speed to beat. 30. Well, that's not what I was expecting. I wonder if we're not getting full throttle on this ESC, or what the heck is going on. I'm gonna bump throttle trim forward a little bit and see if that somehow makes a difference, but this is not what I was expecting. Track, start. Did that make any difference? No. Well, that's really disappointing. All that work and absolutely no gain in speed, which is just ridiculous. The ESC is putting off some heat, but I think it'll run longer. All right, let me do one more test here. I'll do the acceleration test. Last time it pulled a maximum of 0.85 G with this setup, and it says it's testing, so let's see what it does. All right, definitely more punch. This thing has never wheelied before, so really interesting. Way more punch, but the top speed is not there. I'm kind of at a loss why it would be slower. Hopefully the tire slippage didn't actually slow down. 0.67 G, but it's never done a wheelie like that. I don't know. Let me try one more drag run. I eased into it a little bit that time, but yeah, I don't think this thing's any faster. .92, so maybe it does have better acceleration with a smoother takeoff. We'll try this one more time. And 0.89, so a little bit more acceleration, but the top end for some reason is just not there. 25. What is going on here? No, it seems really slow. I'm messing with the throttle trim as I drive it, seeing if I can eke any more speed out of this thing. Stop, read. 24. We're getting slower each time we're running, which leads me to believe maybe the motor's not happy. Although I never overheated it, so I'm kind of at a loss as to why this thing is performing so poorly. I'm just gonna go ahead and run this thing for several minutes and see what happens. You know, maybe it gets even slower. Maybe the ESC overheats, but it's not happy about something. But I've run this ESC in a different car up to 50 miles an hour on a Traxxas Titan motor. So the ESC shouldn't really be limiting us too much, but I don't know. I'm at a loss here. Well, what I will say is the servo works flawlessly. Very happy with the servo, not so happy with the speed. I think brushless is going to be the answer. And I was prepared to put taller gearing in here and really get this thing maxed out, but I'm having second thoughts on that because we're actually slower than last time. It's not overheating yet, so that's encouraging. Do a quick temperature check. The ESC does not feel hot, so it's not going to overheat. So that's good. We fixed one problem. This would be, it seems, a reliable setup where it's not going to overheat, but I just don't understand. Maybe something's wrong with the way I have this ESC set up and it's not giving it full throttle, but best I can tell it is. So let me know your thoughts. Maybe you guys have some ideas why this thing's running no faster or even slower depending on the battery than it did last time. Because yeah, I'm at a loss here. "24 is quite slow." Gosh, that's frustrating. Well, the good news is I can just pull this out, pop in a brushless motor. Shouldn't take me more than 15 or 20 minutes to do that. And we'll take it brushless. But let me know, some of you guys that maybe have used these ESCs before, is there anything I'm not thinking about that might not be set up right here? You know, when I hit full throttle, it's still flashing red. I don't know if it's supposed to go solid red. Reverse is slower, so I think I had everything, you know, set up correctly. Okay, here's the voltage, just because I'm curious. 4.13, 4.15. So this thing is still nearly fresh. Definitely not the battery. I mean, I think my solder connections are good. Nothing's hot here. The wires all are cool. These are warm, but they're not hot. So, I don't know. All right, guys, let me know if you have any thoughts on what the heck's going on here. I'm just gonna throw a brushless system in here. I can't be bothered to mess with this anymore. I don't think there's anything wrong with this motor. My best guess is it's something with this setup, but maybe it's when I let the ESC cool down for a few minutes. I don't know. All right, guys, that's all I'm doing on this one. And next time out here, this thing will be brushless. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take this thing out, see how fast it is on 2S, and probably run it on 3S as well. Stay tuned.